at 10.
We begin with a story you'll only see on KTSM 9 News. A district court has ruled the city of El Paso is liable for property damage resulting from rain runoff coming from the Clint landfill. Court documents obtained exclusively by KTSM 9 News show city engineers admitted to the damage could have been prevented if proper maintenance had taken place. As we first reported to you in late September, homeowners have been fighting the city in court for more than a decade after their houses were flooded with trash from a landfill in 2002, 2004, and during the 2006 historic floods. This decision only covers whether the city is liable. Another trial is needed to determine any damages. However, any action resulting from the judge's ruling is stayed while the city files an appeal to the decision. A former America's high school football star is dead following an officer-involved shooting in Georgia. Jack Darrell Fields Jr. was shot and killed last night by a Richmond County Sheriff's deputy. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation says it happened after deputies responded to a trouble with suspect call made from a residence inn hotel.
Subject pulled a knife out of his pocket and began an altercation with the knife and stabbed the deputy. The deputy in turn fired his service weapon, striking the subject, and the subject is now deceased inside the hotel lobby.
Fields was in Georgia on a business trip with automatic data processing, or ADP. Investigators say it's a trip he would regularly make from his home here in El Paso. New tonight at 10, an El Paso woman is dead following a chain reaction crash near Vado. New Mexico State Police say 57-year-old Michelle Cuaron was killed after the man you see there on your screen, 65-year-old Ruben Rojas, reportedly drove onto the highway shoulder. Investigators say he rear-ended a parked truck and car as the drivers waited for a tow truck. Other passengers in the truck were taken to the hospital, but their condition is unknown. Cuaron was pronounced dead at the hospital. Rojas now faces several charges, including 3 counts of aggravated driving while under the influence and careless driving. Well, you better prepare for some extended closures this weekend, starting tomorrow at 6 in the morning and lasting until 6 at night. The direct connector between Paisano Drive and Loop 375 will be closed. The shutdown is needed as crews do survey work in the area as part of the Border West Expressway project. And on Sunday, all entrance and exit ramps at the I-10 and Sunland Park interchange will be shut down for 27 hours. The closure begins Sunday mornings at 3 a.m. and lasts until 6 a.m. Monday. In addition, Sunland Park Drive will be shut down from Machuca Road just south of I-10 up through the signal light at the intersection leading to Sunland Park Mall. If you were planning on getting some shopping done in the coming weeks, keep in mind the braided ramp projects are still in progress and probably will be through the holiday rush. That's why TxDOT is asking shoppers to pack a little patience and a list of alternate routes before they head out. On the west side of town, some parts of Sunland Park interchange, such as closures we just told you about, are still closed and under construction. However, all ramps will remain open. Parts of I-10 in East El Paso near Cielo Vista Mall and the fountains at Farah are still under construction as well. Construction crews will not be working on Black Friday or during the Thanksgiving weekend, so no closures are expected then. For a complete list of all coming construction closures around the borderland, go to KTSM.com and click on the traffic section. Dozens of migrants turned themselves in near the Zaragoza port of entry earlier today. The El Paso Border Patrol sector says 150 people turned themselves in and were taken to stations for processing. They were also set up with immigration proceedings per standard procedure. Border Patrol says large groups of people turning themselves in is not rare, but it tends to happen in more rural parts of the area and usually not within public view. We want you to join KTSM 9 News in helping keep the borderland warm this winter. Starting today, we're accepting new blanket and jacket donations for our less fortunate neighbors in Juarez. It's part of the Cobijemos Juarez drive in partnership with the municipality of Juarez. It aims to help people without a home stay warm this winter. You can drop off your donation at our West El Paso studios. The address is right there on your screen. And we thank you for helping everyone in our community stay safe from the elements this season. The sports director, Andy Morgan, and the rest of the 9 Overtime crew are finishing up the last edition of this season. But before we get to the most watched high school football wrap-up show in the borderland, let's get a preview of your weekend weather from KTSM 9 forecaster Jessica Nevares.
Well, we're talking